Bloody Nerdigans, this is the one and only Pack Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Shokugeki no Soma chapter 282, and holy crap, I am so hyped for this next arc, because today we're going to definitely be wrapping up the promotion exam arc. That's definitely being wrapped up today, because last chapter we found out that we're going to be competing in the blue, and we're going to be competing against the Midnight Chefs as well, which is going to be awesome. And the other thing that I really like about competing in the blue is that remember, Joichiro did it too. So now it's Soma's turn. So let's get to this chapter. And speaking of Joichiro, Joichiro's here. So let's see what Joichiro's got to say to Soma in chapter 282. Joichiro, out of the blue. Yo, you look happy enough. I'm glad I found you right away. Didn't know you were in the middle of promotion exams. What do you mean? What do you mean I look well enough? What? Joichiro-san? Look, I've got a whole bunch of things I want to ask you. Mostly about Saiba Asashi. Hang on a second. I've got something I have to give you first. Here. A blue nomination invitation official notice. It's addressed to you. Oh my god. I want to know who recommended Soma. I really do, but my guess is that basically because he's the first seat, he automatically gets recommended into the blue. Anyway, this chapter is titled The Place Known as YUKIHARA. A castle of dreams now. Look how cute YUKIHARA is, but look at these Legos right here. One of them is definitely Joichiro, but I think that other one is actually Soma's mom, and I wonder, because I think the blue might be the final arc. I could be wrong, but we might actually learn about Soma's mother, which is something we haven't heard. We haven't figured out who Soma's mom is. We haven't heard shit about Soma's mom before. So this arc is getting, oh my god, this next arc is going to be so freaking good. So to sum things up, Suzuki-sensei is actually Saiba Asashi, the disciple you took on when you were abroad. Yeah, I guess that's about it, to be honest. I don't really have much more I need to tell you. I'd have expected you to be a bit more shocked, but you look pretty cheesed, to be honest. I am not shocked by this at all. This is a lifesaver, Dad. Blue's my chance. First, I'll get my revenge on Saiba Asashi, and then I'll beat Arena one-on-one. 2 birds with 1 stone. So, let's see that Huh? Before I give you this, I need to ask you a question. Did you hear that? Yeah, who'd have thought that Professor Suzuki was actually a crazy chef like that? Hey, do you really think it's okay for us to be listening to their conversation? But he said he'd be done soon and to wait for him, so... Soma-kun, let's see. It's been a little over a year since you started going to Tsutsuki. How's life there? What do you mean? Soma, do you still want to take... Soma, do you still want to someday take over YUKIHARA Diner? Huh? Look, there's no question that you'll survive Totsuki. In fact, you've gone and become the first seat. Even I didn't manage to do that. That's really something, which is really true. I'm proud of my boy, Soma. You've surpassed your old man, so you don't have to work at a diner, you know. You should do what you want to do. And I love that Joichiro's giving Soma this option, but you gotta wonder if this is a test, because you know how Joichiro is. What? What are you saying? Do you not want me to take over YUKIHARA? I've always wanted to take up the mantle. I was more than ready to begin training at home after graduating middle school. You're the one that told me to join Totsuki, Dad. That's because someone else pushed very strongly for me to admit you. Old man Senseimon. What? Actually, you did mention something like that, and I do remember that. I do remember. I don't remember what chapter it was in, but I do remember Senseimon saying this. I didn't really have any intention of putting you into Totsuki, and I wasn't clinging to any dreams of making my son into a star chef. Besides, the path to the top of the cooking world is by no means an easy or fun one. So I asked Sensei Mondono to wait until you made it to high school. Told him that until then, I'd train you myself, which I think was a good idea, because this way... Joichiro was able to prepare Soma for all the obstacles that he was going to have to face, and he didn't want Soma to make the same mistakes that he did. So, especially when the reason why I know that is, or why I believe that is the case, is because of what Joichiro said before, mentioning that he wanted to wait until YUKIHARA was in high school before going to Totsuki, which is about like the path to becoming a star chef is not easy at all. And remember what happened with Joichiro, that he fell out of love with cooking. So I totally understand why Joichiro did what he did. And look how you turned out. You completely surpassed my expectations and even made it to the top of Totsuki. In the future, you could serve your food anywhere you'd like. And we did see that in the Regimental de Shokugeki arc with Tsukasa. And I love that I love that Yudo is tying this into this dialogue right now. And it makes sense. And it feels like that the flashback that we saw with Tsukasa had even more of a purpose and was going to foreshadow this, which is really nice. But anyway, and if you achieve something at Blue, droves of people will gather with glee to taste your creations. An even grander, far more glamorous stage will be open to you. I tell you, at first I totally thought you'd fail out, get expelled, and come crawling back home with your tail between your legs. But you were an amazing son. Oh, Joichiro-san. That's why you don't have to keep yourself cooped up in little old Yukihara. And this really is making me think of Kengan Ashura, because in the chapters that I covered recently, which was the Oma and Rainer fight, and I know I got to cover at least 4 or 5 chapters, because I swear Kengan Ashura chapters are coming out daily. Because the reason why it's making me think of Kengan Ashura is because when Oma was having this epiphany when he was fighting up against Rainer, and this is as he was about to die, so to speak, Nico basically, his master Nico, basically said the same thing, because originally Oma was doing the Kengan matches so he could fight against Setsuna and avenge his master, and Nico basically said to him, "You don't need to avenge me." And you and also that that basically Oma has truly inherited the Nico style and to use it and to enjoy fighting, because he knew that Oma loved to fight opponents stronger than him, which is really, really true. And it's the same case with Soma here, because Soma loves to fight do Shokugekis against people that are stronger than him. So I like that's why it's making me think of Kengan Ashura right now. What sort of dad are you dumbass? Little old Yukihara? Fine, I get it. If that's how you're gonna come at me, here's my offer. If I don't win at Blue, I won't take over Yukihara. I just lost to that Asashi weirdo, and I still can't beat Nakiri. I can't just take over the place the way I am now. Besides, to me, Yukihara isn't a place to run away from my challenges and chuckle away the rest of my years. Soma, I've taken the first seat of Totsuki. Now I'm coming for the top of my generation, which, if I remember correctly, Joichiro was able to achieve to be the top of his generation, or if he didn't achieve it, I can't remember right now off the top of my head. If he did achieve it, that's when it was after. Yeah, he did achieve it. I remember now. He achieved being the top of his generation, but what happened afterwards was he saw the price that came with it, so to speak. But anyway, and I love that, and also I love that Yukihara is going to be the top in his generation, because now that I'm thinking about it, it feels like it's the most logical step, and especially since we're gonna have the Midnight Chefs there. Ooh, yes. But I'm really curious if you guys think that this upcoming arc might be the final arc of Shokugeki no Soma, because I haven't seen anything in regards to it, but it feels like that's what it should be. But anyway, to me, Yukihara Diner is the best place in the world. If I'm gonna lead it, I've got to be the best in the world too, or I won't measure up. Well said. Wisdom befitting the scion of Yukihara line. Ow! Quit giving me a noogie. Joichiro was totally testing Soma. That's just what Joichiro does. He basically wanted to make sure that Soma was ready to handle the beast that is the Blue. You had me worried. You've gotten all old and wrinkly for a second there, but you really still are the same old dad I remember. Yo, sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Our kid really is something, isn't he? He reminds me of you. Oh my god, I swear to fucking god, in this upcoming arc, I'm telling you, we're gonna find out about Soma's mama. like, if we find out that Soma's mama is still alive, then I could definitely see another arc right after the blue arc where Soma is trying to find his mama. So let me just finish reading this part here because we're about to wrap up this arc, it looks like. Yukihara Soma, age 16, the summer vacation of his second year of high school was to be nothing like the peaceful, relaxed break he expected it to be. The days to come would be filled with the fiercest, most brutal fights he has ever seen. A battle royale with the vile villain chefs of the dark begins now. Oh! With resolve in his heart, he steps out onto his grandest stage yet. Ooh, dude, I gotta say, and I don't remember if I said this before about the Midnight Chefs that we're going to be facing in particular, aka Asashi's crew, and I love the contrast that we're seeing between like Asashi, Arena, and Soma, you know, the close-ups, and the rest of the Midnight Chefs, is I really love the designs for the Midnight Chefs. They look awesome. But man, this arc is gonna be awesome. The blue arc is going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait for it. But I find it fascinating, and it's probably because Joichiro doesn't know it himself about Arena being kidnapped. Like, you would think by now we would, you know, someone would find out. But I can't wait to see Soma's reaction to that. That's gonna be amazing. But overall, like, I feel like this arc, minus the Arena, you know, someone not knowing about Arena being kidnapped, I feel like this arc wrapped up really nicely. Compared to, especially to the Regimental to Shokugeki arc. Oh my god. But I swear to God, if Soma's mom is alive, it's gonna be freaking cool. Because, yeah, as I said, that will probably be the arc right after that, after this one. And I'm really curious what you guys think. Do you guys think we're going to learn more about Soma's mom in this arc? Upcoming arc, which I honestly think we are. Because, like, up until, Joichiro came back with Soma, we don't know about Soma's mom. We don't know how they met. We don't know anything. So this is going to be, oh my god, if we get to find out all this shit in this upcoming arc, that is going to be fucking cool. And I can't wait to see what Yudo does. But the other thing I'm really curious about is if Azami's going to come into play or not. Because something that I said, and this was a while back, was something that I kind of was theorizing, is that maybe Azami, the reason why he became corrupted was because he joined up with the Midnight Chefs. Oh my god, if that turns out to be the case and we find out in this arc, I will be so freaking happy. Oh my god, Yudo, please do it. Please freaking do it. And the other thing, as I said, I really like the fact that Soma's going after the top of his generation. I love that basically Joichiro has been preparing Soma to face the obstacles that are ahead for him, especially the fame that's going to come with his cooking if he wins the blue. And I love the reasoning of why Soma decided if he didn't win the blue that he was not going to take over Yukihara. I thought that was really nice stuff. I gotta give props to Yudo. The writing this week is just top notch, and I'm hoping that this is a sign to come of the quality of writing for this upcoming arc. And I swear, Yudo, you're trying to compete with Furadade right now, because Furadade did the same thing where, like, the start of, like, especially the third set of Karasano versus Nakoma, like, the writing has just been, oh my god, if you are not reading Haikyuu right now, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, because the writing has just been, it's been beautiful. And I would say the writing got really good at the end of the second set in particular, and has just been, like, consistently fantastic. And I feel like that's what's going on here. That, like, at the end of this arc, and I will say even last chapter, the writing was really nice. That I just got this feeling that the quality of writing is going to get really good, and we're going to find out, like, several origin stories. We're going to get a lot of answers to questions that we've had this entire time. And I'm really curious what you guys think. What do you guys want to see in this arc? Do you think that, especially if you read Haikyuu, do you think that Yudo's gonna really go all out for this arc? I will make it happen, dude. Just make it happen. I want you guys to go all out with this. I want you to go out with the art and the writing to boot. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you could do that. You can donate to my PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.